Hello, this is Asa Leveaux, founder of Genius Academy and the creator of the Genius Prescription System, which is a 7-step system for frustrated entrepreneurs to become badass entrepreneurs. Also, best-selling author of I Am Man Enough and I Am Woman Enough, both of them. I'm thankful for that, by the way. So today, dealing with everything with the Shift into Genius Global Summit that is coming up shortly on Sunday, August 7th, 2016. I've just realized some things suck. Some things suck. The first thing that sucks, so I have to realize and just be really truthful that my body isn't like everybody else's body. What do I mean by that? Well, this is the third pair of pants that my ass has blown out in far too short of a time period. That's number one. That sucks. To have jeans on and realize that the way that God, the divine, packed your body in really doesn't fit the mold of how jeans are made on a wide scale. That's had me earlier in a level of pissosity that is very real. So that's number one. Tired of me ruining jeans. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna get a tailor or what about that. Hey Cheryl. The second thing that sucks, which is the main point of this Facebook Live that I'm doing right now, is when integrity sucks. In business, ever since I've been in business, ever since I've been in the military. So I enlisted into the military in 2001. I was a student at Oklahoma State University when 9/11 happened, and then 3 months after that is when I enlisted. And the first thing I really was taught and was beat into my head was that I really needed to understand about the word integrity and what that meant for me and what that meant for other people. And then when I became an entrepreneur at the age of 22, same thing. I need to understand integrity and doing things in an integral way. Well, no one's saying what I'm feeling, so I'm just going to say it. If somebody already says, I kind of like leave it up, like it's good. But sometimes integrity just sucks. I mean, like, sucks ass. Like, you just don't want to do it. It doesn't feel good to do it. And what that can look like for me is that my company had a moment of, we had a coachable moment. That's what we had. The company had a coachable moment. So, Genius Academy is a training and development agency that has a level of specificity within the world of accountability. So our whole USP, our unique selling proposition, our way of differentiating ourselves in the market is letting people understand that we are all about accountability. So that's what we lead with. And so one of the benefits of being in Genius Academy is that you receive a weekly accountability call to ensure that you do the one thing that you said that you were going to do as an entrepreneur. So not necessarily in your business, but also in your life. So that's the whole point. That's the selling point. That's our bread and butter. That's how people come. That's our marketing strategy. Like, that's it. And last week, I chose to leave the company to go, leave the confines of the company and serve another entrepreneur at their event. Because I believe that serving is important. We have friends that need us to show up at times, and it's okay to serve. It's really okay to serve other people, because there's going to come a time when you're going to need to be served as well. So there's a law of reciprocity as well. So I chose to serve, and thought that I had a good structure set up to where balls would not be dropped. And that was not the case. Balls were dropped, and not everyone received their accountability call. And that sucked. I'm like, really, people? Like, I'm lying now? Like, we're lying? We're not in the business of fulfillment? Like, that's not real. That's not even a possibility that I'm willing to consider, is us not being in the business of fulfillment. People paid for a thing, they expected it, we allowed them to expect it because we promised it. We need to do what the hell we said we're going to do. So how did I allow that? How do you be in integrity when you had a breakdown in the business? Well, what I've had to do in that time is say, okay, that did not happen, and this is how I'm going to make it better. Instead of just, having 2 calls in 1 week, because my thing is, what did I promise? I promised a call every week. What I'm going to do is offer a clarity session for all of you all that did not receive your weekly call. Now, why did that suck? It sucked for one, I had to recognize that there was a breakdown in the business. It doesn't feel good to say my business didn't do something that it said it would do. It dropped the ball. It does not feel good. It never does. It never does feel good. And guess what? Sometimes it happens. Why? Because businesses are ran by people. And sometimes people drop balls. And giving everybody the grace and the space to do that, and showing up when it does, and showing up fully, and not hiding under a rock. Because in that moment, the people within Genius Academy, they're not looking for me to hide under a rock. They're looking for me to own it and say, I did wrong, and this is what I'm going to do about it, and I'm going to do my best that it does not happen again. That's when integrity shows up. And guess what? It doesn't feel good. It doesn't. Now, I'm doing my best to make sure everybody in Genius Academy feels good, but from my heart space and who I am as a person, it just does not. It feels gross. Like almost as if I'm not as dope as I thought I was. It's like a smidgen of that. But you know what? I can't even live in that possibility because people still need their needs met. So I understand being in integrity, and sometimes integrity just sucks ass. It just does, because you have to commit that, you have to identify that you were wrong, and then make that wrongness public. You do. That's a real thing. You have to understand that what you did was not okay, or what you allowed was not okay. And guess what? In this moment also, and this just came to my head, I understood when I went to OCS in the military. So OCS, if those of you who don't know, is Officer Candidate School, and that's where people that are enlisted become officers in the military. And one of the first things that I learned in OCS is the definition of leadership. And the definition of leadership that was beat into my brain and into my body was that a leader is responsible for everything that does and does not happen in an organization. And I'll say that again. A leader is responsible for everything that does and does not happen in an organization. And if you call yourself a leader, guess what? It's not about the assistant. It's not about director of this or VP of this or the manager of this, because guess what? It's your shit. It's your shit. Do it. So you have to step up and lead when leading feels gross, and when integrity sucks. Like, integrity just sucks sometimes. Because you have to own it. You have to own up to the shit you said you're going to do, or that you were going to say, and make that a reality for yourself. So that's what I mean by integrity just sucks sometimes. It just does. So I'm on my way to hear a local speaker. They reached out to me and I want to show up and support them. Like I said, serving is important. Relationships are important. It's not always about you. It's not always about you. There are people that support me just for the love of me, and then there's people that support me because I supported them, and I'm okay with both. I'm totally okay with both. And then support comes in different ways. So that's what I have for you today. Hopefully, I want for you to go to www.shiftintojenius.com. Go there, register for the training, the free training on Sunday. Can't wait to see you guys there. I have some great company, some great friends from around the globe. I've told you before, from places like Nigeria, Australia, United Kingdom, Ireland, Canada, just to name a few. And we are all preparing for you, and it's going to be great. I think am I getting questions? No, I meant that. Somebody said, don't say military when you mean army. No, because the army is the military. So I'll continue saying that. I don't want to dip. No, I'm good. It's the military still. I'm in the military. What else? Do I have any more questions? Do I have any more questions about integrity or leadership, or even the Shift into Genius Global Summit that will be taking place on Sunday? Anyone have any of that? I'll just be brief. I know you all need to get back to your lives. All right, so I don't see anything. So as always, I am Asa Leveaux. Dreams and blessings.